What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Jolen, and we back at it with another episode of this Flight Lounge. Now, if you checking out this episode, you probably noticing something a little bit different, because if you usually listen to my podcast, it's usually on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and stuff like that, but I decided to switch it up. Like I said, I've been trying to get y'all more content, so I decided to switch it up and bring it live. So this is gonna be the first one on my Twitch channel. Like I told y'all on the last video, I'm gonna be doing some new content and stuff like that. So this is just, you feel me? If you like the podcast, like I said, you can go to Spotify and all of those other, you know what I mean, platforms, because I'm on there too. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Now, if you're not familiar with my podcast, I usually like to start it off with a little bit of motivation, a little bit of spiel, if you will. Now, this one, I'm gonna go in the route of everybody can't go. Everybody can't go where you're meant to go. You know what I mean? Like, I could say we can all relate that, you know, when you growing up, you got friends that are close. You know what I mean? People that you do your stuff with every day. You kick it with them, you talk to them, you learn with them, you grow with them. And somewhere in the mix of those times, you know, whether it be schooling or jobs or females or even kids, you know what I mean? Somewhere in that venture, you end up branching off. And a lot of times people will feel like, oh man, you know, I don't rock with them no more. Or, you know what I mean? You know, I don't want to be around them no more because they're not doing this, or they don't have that, or I'm doing this. But sometimes that's just what's meant to happen. Everybody's not going to be on the destination that you trying to go. If you trying to build a business, or you're trying to start like that new clothing brand, or whatever you decide to do, you're going to have people around you that, you know, every time you pull up on them, they ain't never on some positive shit, or they always just want to smoke and kick it and talk about what the next person is doing. And if you're not on that path, it's easy to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna kick it with you like that. It might go a couple weeks and people be like, man, we kick it every day. Why you ain't coming around? But you gotta stay productive. And if people aren't trying to stay productive and help you get to the next goal, or they're not even, you know, rooting for you in the stands, like, hey, I see what you're doing, keep it up. That's not the type of people that you want to have in your circle and have doing the things that you inspire to do, because they only gonna drag you down. So if you like in your 30s or even in your 20s and you got a goal, if you got aspirations to do something big, to be the first person out your family to make $100,000 or even $1 million, go out there and don't let people who not trying to be and do the things that you trying to do, don't never let them steer you out of your way. Because at the end of the day, you only get one life, so you get to go one try to go out there and do something with it. Don't let that time slip away worrying about what the next person is doing or how you can help the next person, because sometimes you helping them might take away from you. So just make sure you straight before you putting time into other people, because sometimes that could be a downfall. But yeah, man, that's what I got for y'all on that. Now it's time to break into the topics of the day, and y'all know that I brought some good topics. Now the first topic off the top, y'all know, is the music of the week, and it's only one album to kick it off right. That Carter 6. Now, if you know your boy, I'm a major Lil Weezy F, baby. The F is for motherfucking fanatic. I'm a fan, been a fan since, you know, motherfucking The Block Is Hot. I'm probably, you know, 8, 9 years old, asking my mom, like, hey, when you go to the store, can you give me that new Weezy? You know, and I had to ask her to, remember back in the day, you used to have to get the parental guardian. You know what I mean? I used to have to ask her, Mom, don't give me the edited one, give me the real one. And she would do it, you know what I mean? So I've been a fan since Lil Wayne really honestly started. I ain't gonna lie, it all started with Juvie. And then it kind of spiraled into Wayne. But I've been a Wayne fan, listened to everything from Carter 1 to No Ceilings to the dedications and all of that. Now this album right here, it's a lot of mixed reviews. Some people are saying like, nah, I don't really like it. That don't really sound like the Weezy. I wanted the Block Is Hot Weezy or Fireman Weezy. But he giving us all this auto-tune and the beats is, you know what I mean? Well, I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews because some Weezy fans like myself, I'm going to say, the album wasn't my favorite album. But it wasn't by far the worst album that I ever heard. Was every song for me on the album? Absolutely not. There's some like that Peanuts for Elephants. I had to cut it immediately. Like right when I heard the beat and he started going, I was like, hold on. Is this nigga serious? I had to cut him off. But there's other songs on there like that Flex Up, like that Band from NO, like that Cotton Candy, like that Bells. Come on, man. We can't act like Weezy ain't been him for a long time. For a long time. Now, I want to say that maybe a lot of these songs, they do sound old. And you got to think, like, not too long ago, Wayne was in a fight with Birdman. He couldn't release nothing. You remember when Weezy was trying to throw stuff out and it was like, flag on the play. You can't put no music out. Birdman was rubbing his hands like, nah. So I bet some of that music that he had on there, maybe not all of it, you know what I mean, is stuff from back in the day, and he mixed it with some new stuff, put a couple collabs on there. Cause you see on this album, it was real well rounded, I would say. It got rock Weezy, it got bar like spitting, no chorus type Weezy. It got, you know, that auto-tune Weezy. You know what I mean? It gave you a genre of music if you was a rock fan, if you was a rap fan, if you were an old Weezy fan, if you were a new Weezy fan. And some of those songs, I feel like he was aiming towards like maybe a Radiohead or, you know, trying to get it big on TikTok or something like that. But all in all, I thought the album was, you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist myself, so I don't expect when I give you my project, especially if I got 19 songs on there, I don't expect you to be like, every song on there was my favorite song. I feel like if I give you an album and you got like 6 or 7 good songs on there, mission complete. I don't need you to like all of them, even if you like just one of them. Take that song, rock with it. It shouldn't have to be the whole thing was great. You know what I mean? If it is, great job. But if it's not, take what you like off the album, especially when you got somebody like Lil Wayne that got that catalog. You can't tell me that he's not the GOAT. If you don't like this, nigga, go to the next album. You know he gonna come with some new music. I would love to hear him come out with like a more mixtape type stuff. Okay, y'all said his beat selection was weak. Well, why he don't just get on there and kill some of your rappers' favorite song? Go get on some of that, you know what I mean? Go get on some of that Lil Baby stuff, some of that Gunna Wanna stuff. If Thug put out something, he could get on his shit. Get on those beats and just chop them, because then it's not going to be a conversation if Weezy's the GOAT, because we already know that. We already know that. Maybe these beats was a little bit dated, but the bars was there. You know, Weezy ain't never been a motherfucking substance rapper, so I wasn't expecting him to go into storytelling mode and be like J. Cole and them. I like Weezy for Weezy. That's what I want to listen to. That's who I want to hear. I'm excited. When he said he was putting out the Carter 6, I was all ears. And I'm still all ears, and I'm still going to listen to the songs that I like off the album. And yeah, man, that's all I got to say. If you ain't heard Carter 6 and you just reading reviews, run through it yourself. Run through it yourself, because you might find something on there that you like just like I did. But yeah, man, the next project that I want to talk about, because I don't really listen to this artist a whole lot. I listen to him if I hear him on, like, you know, social media and stuff, but I still like him because of, you know, what he represent. Key Glock. Now, I don't really listen to Key Glock. I used to listen, R.I.P. to Dolph, R.I.P. to Dolph, Paper Route Empire. I used to fuck with Dolph a lot. That's my nigga, you feel me? I even, if you don't know, I'm from Portland, Oregon. I actually opened up for Dolph when he was performing and on tour. He stopped in Portland, and you know I had to lock in with him, you feel me? I was the only local artist to open up for Dolph that night, and this was years ago, so Key Glock wasn't really like a rapper that we knew. You know what I mean? I remember being in that back room because I had brought a little tree that I had, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to give it to Dolph, let him know Portland got that fire, you know what I mean? And so I stood in the back, you know, kind of in the hallway with the security, and there was a dude on the stairs. He had his Paper Route Empire chain. He watching from the back. And Dolph, I would say, performed for at least an hour and a half. I ain't never seen nobody perform this long. I was actually surprised. I was expecting a nigga to come out and do, you know, maybe like 7, 8 songs and be like, hey, let me get some chants and be like, all right, thanks, Portland, see ya. But no, this nigga gave you the whole set. The real deal. If you paid for a ticket tonight, you're leaving. Like, damn, that nigga really did his thing up there tonight. And that's exactly what he did. But I was in the back with this dude. I'm chopping it up with him. And now that I think about it, when I looked later, I'm like, nigga, that was Key Glock. But I don't really listen to Key Glock a whole lot. But I I did skim this motherfucking Glockavelli. Oh yeah, Tip. Oh yeah. It got some songs on there, and I really, really like his beat selection and the samples that he used. I noticed that he used like a lot of old school type vibes that we know from back in the day. Even if you don't know, like, ooh, that came from this song. When you hear the little samples that he uses, it just turned the song into a banger. It just turned the song onto a banger. He just signed to a major record label. If you know Dolph, he was independent. Key Glock was with him. They was both independent, getting money, pulling up in Raris. You know what they was doing. You know what I mean? But he just signed to a major record deal, and now he's putting out his first album, and I would say it was time. It was time. They gonna help him get to that next level, get to them fans, because like I said, I don't listen to him, but after listening to this project, you see I'm mentioning it on the pod. I'm telling y'all right now, if you like and you want some slaps, go check out that new Key Glock, that Glockavelli. Just play that. I think it's number 2 on there. He even got like a little video. And the video remind me of the Millie video by Lil Wayne. Of course, you know what I mean? So if you're looking for some music that you can ride to, something you can roll the window down, because I know y'all gonna be wanting to roll the window down and play the music out loud this summer. Even if you got your buckets, if you got a nice car, I know you're gonna be doing it, because I'm gonna be doing it. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all got that Glockavelli. It's on all streaming platforms, so there ain't no excuse why you can't play it. You feel me? Now, let's get to the next topic. Movies of the week. Now, the first movie that we got is one that I know y'all seeing on your Instagrams. If you like me, everybody talking about it. Facebook, Instagram, X, all of them. The movie Straw by Tyler Perry. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I grew up watching Tyler Perry movies. Mama used to watch the Medea movies back in the day, and he got off of, it used to be plays. It wasn't even movies. They was doing plays. They was recording them. They was funny. So I grew up watching Tyler Perry, so I've been a fan of his work for a long time. But this movie, Straw. Now, when I seen the preview for it, I automatically sent it to my lady like, hey, we need to watch this. She was like, I already seen the preview for that. It looked like a go. When I tell you that this movie is very relatable, if you come from nothing, if you come from struggling, if you come from a single mom, this movie is gonna hit you in a way like, damn, I ain't seen nothing like this in a while. This is one of them movies, like, sometimes I feel like these days they got so much production and stuff going, these movies, they just put them out. They just throw anything out, and we gonna consume it. If you like it, you like it. If not, it's cool, because we already got the next one already coming for you. But this was one, like I said, it's been everywhere online because so many people see the realness of this movie. Now, when I seen that Taraji, who killed this role, did it in 4 days, I was like, how much work can you really get done in 4 days? But she showed me otherwise. It's a basically, I don't want to say too much about the movie, but I'm going to just say it's about a single mom, you know, who's trying out there. And one day she wake up and she just got so much bad luck from going to a job she didn't like, dealing with a boss she didn't like, to, you know, not having enough money for her daughter to be able to get school lunch. So she talking about, oh, they're not letting me eat at school because you haven't paid yet. No parent want to hear that. And, you know, it just plays out her day, you know what I mean, of having to deal with these problems back to back to back to back. And like I said, I don't want to kill the movie for y'all, so I'm not going to dig into too much detail. I'm sure if you've already been online, you know what the movie is about. And if you tuned in listening to the movie, you probably already watched it. But if you haven't, go on Netflix. It just came out, I believe. I watched it the first day it came out. So it came out on Friday. So it's brand spanking new. I know y'all was out at the club and y'all was doing y'all's thing and doing all of that over the weekend. But this is a good one. This is a good one. You feel me? It's probably one of the #1 movies on Netflix right now. You know what I mean? The way that it's going off. Oh yeah, Tip. Oh yeah. Let me hit this water. Nigga been, you know, blowing on a loud pack. Yeah. But yeah, this movie is just one of those ones that I'm sure everybody, if you came up in a good neighborhood, if you came up in a bad neighborhood, if you've had a friend that was struggling, if you had a aunt, uncle, cousin who was struggling, I know everybody can relate to this, and everybody knows somebody like this. So if you're looking for a good movie, this is like a drama type movie, something that's like, Some might cry. Some people might be like, damn, I'm just sad. I didn't cry. But I was like, damn, this movie that I didn't even expect to see what was about to go on. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna kill it for y'all. I ain't gonna go into too much more detail. I'm gonna just say, if you're looking for a good ass movie, whether it's man, woman, if you with your woman, if you with your man, y'all can watch it together. And it's one of those movies that y'all both gonna feel it, and y'all gonna want to talk about it when it's all said and done. So the next movie that I got for y'all, this is one that I'm kind of like, man, I hate when people make these commercials. Y'all ever seen them commercials for these horror films, and they got it's like a camera in the movie theater, and it's people sitting in the movie theater, and they basically like, let us get your reaction of this movie. And then they come out the movie theater and they like, that was the scariest movie I ever seen. I almost had to walk out. You see people in the theater just sitting there like this. You see them gasping for air. You see them like jumping in their seat. And then you watch the movie. That was the case on this movie. The movie is called Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back is from the same people. If you ever seen that movie with the hand, that Talk to Me movie, they said that movie was real scary and but it wasn't. The movie Bring Her Back is about these two kids. They like foster kids. One is like 17. The other one is probably like 11 or 12. Their father end up passing away, and they end up going to go stay at this foster home. And they see some weird ass shit. Some stuff start happening. You can tell right off the back that, like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So they go to this foster home, and they notice that there's this other kid. Again, I don't want to, kill it for y'all, but I'm trying to let you know what the movie about so you can know if you want to check it out. This lady has like a daughter that passed away, but she has this other kid, and he's real weird. He don't talk. He kind of just, he be popping up in the backyard, in the front yard, at the pool. He's sitting on the bench. He's in the room. He's sitting in your room. He's one of those kids, and he just kept popping up. You know what I mean? And this lady is just so weird when you see like her house and how she acted and what she do, and you just be like, you know what? This was one of them movies that I'm like, no offense, but if this was some black kids, we would have got the fuck up out of there. This lady is weird off the rip. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like one of those demon movies. Not like you see a demon, but they playing with some spirits and shit like that, doing some, that one stuff. You know what I mean? And she basically, I'll just say, she's trying to bring her daughter back from the dead. And the 17-year-old boy, he noticing the shit. His sister, she don't really see what's going on. You know what I mean? She kind of just like, oh, you're tripping. He like, I'm not tripping. So stuff start happening in the house, and he like, bitch, I'm about to try to get you on my iPhone. My thing is, he had an iPhone. This nigga should have called the motherfucking police. Because the shit, like I said, if you seen some of this shit, if you seen the movie, let me know in the comment section if you seen this movie, and let me know. Am I tripping? Because this lady was weird as fuck. This movie is supposed to be scary, mind you. It's not scary. It's more so like weird, and it make you be like, what kind of shit is that? Like from the way she act, from some of the shit that she was doing in there, to even, I don't want to spoil it, but some of the shit she just was doing. I'll just say that. But if you looking for I'm not gonna say a scary movie, it's still a horror movie, because I guess they was playing with the spirits and doing all of that. Check this motherfucking movie out and let me know if I'm tripping. It's not something that I would say go and watch it again and watch it again. But if you like a little, something a little scary, something a little, that was kind of weird, I will say, there's this part on there with a piece of cantaloupe that's real, like, I'll say that was like the, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That was probably like the worst part or scene of the movie. So if you like a gruesome, weird, not sci-fi, but horror a little bit, check out this motherfucking movie. It's called Bring Her Back. It's in the theaters right now. It's probably been in the theaters probably like 3 weeks. So It's probably gonna be coming out to all the streaming platforms and stuff like that, so you can check in on your, at the theaters, and you can check on some of the streaming platforms, because I'm pretty sure within the next month or so it's gonna pop out. But just let me know if you see that cantaloupe scene. Just be ready for it. When you see the scene or the cantaloupe, just know, hey, some weird shit about to happen. But yeah, man, let's get off of the movies. Let's get into the treat of the week, because I've been blowing that loud pack from the Outback. I got that, and that's what I'm blowing. This week, I got some shit from NWCS. Now, let me tell you something. I haven't went to the dispensary in probably like 2 months. 2 months. That's a long ass time for me. You know what I mean? I've been found the plug, and I didn't, locked in with the plug, and I've been blowing that loud pack. And I had to go there. I couldn't get in touch with the plug, so I went to the dispensary. I looked through the menu. I seen some shit that I hadn't seen before. This shit that I got is called Rotten. I don't know what Rotten is, but I seen it on the menu. It was sitting at 28%. 28%. This ain't no Girl Scout. This the real deal Holyfield. That, you know what I'm saying? That take your chest out. So I got it. Boy, oh boy, I was in for a surprise. This is some loud pack. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do all the research. I don't know what it's mixed with. I don't know if it's, you know what I mean? I will say that this is it's probably an indica, because it was hitting like an indica. This is some Rocky Balboa in the third round, you feel me? Manny Pacquiao, some of that. I got it for only $15. Y'all know, if I see something new, I'm not the type of person that's gonna grab a whole bunch. I usually like to grab, a little bit. Let me taste it. Let me see what that be about. This was one I had to go back to the menu like 2 days later or something. That shit is sold out. It's gone. Somebody knew like I knew. Somebody already done got it, and they was like, you know what? We gotta get it while they're getting this good. Because I noticed with NWCS, they keep a lot of the same stuff on the line, but it's always the Bammer ones that you'll get like a good one that you like. I remember they had this wedding cake with the Skittles. I probably told y'all about it on earlier podcasts. I had bought that like 7-8 times in a row. Then they got rid of it. Then they had some Jesus OG. Oh yeah, Tip. I used to have that. That was one that I had it every day. Every day, that was probably my favorite for some time. And then they got rid of it. So I'm looking at this Rotten, and I'm hoping that, this is the first time I have seen it. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't shopped with them in like 2 months, so they could have had it week by week by week. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm hoping that I can go back there and grab a good amount. But I do notice, I ain't going to lie, when you go to NWCS, sometimes the quarter be like 28%. But the whole thing be like 22%. Why is that? Didn't it come from the same batch? So I'm hoping that, you know what I mean, next time I see it, I got it at 28. I'm hoping it's not 23 or something weird like that, because then I'm gonna be mad like, oh, y'all didn't ruin the recipe. You know what I mean? Y'all ruin the pack. Now I gotta go find something else. But yeah, man, if you live in the Northwest and you familiar with that Main Street dispensary, make sure y'all go over there and check that out. Like I said, it's not in stock right now as I'm recording this right now. But if you check back tomorrow or the next day, or maybe even Friday when you get your paycheck, you could probably get some loud pack from the Outback, that Rotten. You need that, so go get that. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to the motherfucking electronics of the week, because I seen one, and y'all probably seen it too. Now, y'all know that the Switch 2 just came out. We not going to talk about the Switch 2. We going to wait for that. But they've been saying how PlayStation was planning to put out a handheld device. Y'all remember the PSP? Oh, yeah. I had one of those. I need a new one. Come on, PlayStation. But I seen today, Xbox is dropping, I guess, at the end of the year. There's been a lot of rumors saying, you know what I mean, they're going to be dropping a handheld. They're going to be dropping a handheld. And it looks like we got confirmation and we got visuals. I didn't get to see no gameplay or nothing, but they got two different ones. I think it's called the ROG Xbox Ali X. I think that's the good one. That's like the Pro. It's all black. It got like a terabyte, a fast game card, all that good stuff, man. We got all that good stuff. Then they got the regular ROG, you know what I mean? They got the white one, and that's basically like the basic. You know what I mean? They didn't say how much it was going to cost yet, so they probably going to be putting more and more detail out on it. You know, the closer that it get, they just ended up putting it out and saying, hey, It's coming out. The people who showed the video was like, I played it. Nigga, you ain't play shit. But I'm hoping, because like I said, we know the Switch 2 just came out. Mixed reviews about that. People saying they like it, they don't like it. I just feel like with Nintendo, you keep getting the same stuff. You get Donkey Kong, you get some Mario, you get some Zelda, you get some Metro Prime, you get some Kirby. You get those, and then they put out like some Pokemons and shit like that. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. I am not sitting there playing no Switch. Now, I'm not knocking a nigga if he played a Switch. I'll play like some Mario Kart and something like that, but when I say, yeah, I want to play the game, I'm not looking to play no motherfucking Roblox. I'm looking to play some Call of Duty. I want to play some Resident Evil, something like that. Some motherfucking Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to play something like that. So I'm looking forward to see, what Xbox do with their handheld. They saying PlayStation gonna come out with one, but they talking about, oh yeah, it's gonna be, in 2027. Nigga, we don't want to wait till 2027. The PS5 is cool, but that little PlayStation Portal shit that y'all put out, come on, man. That wasn't it. I got one right over here. I don't use it because all of that, oh yeah, you gotta be in a Wi-Fi zone. I don't want to be in a damn Wi-Fi zone. I just want to play my game on the go. If I'm sitting at the park, if I'm chilling on a plane, if I'm chilling in a hotel room, I just want to turn on my PS Portal and go. They said that they put an update on it where you can kind of stream some of the games from the PlayStation if you got a PlayStation Plus account. I just want to just play it anywhere. The PSP, we used to have it. They had a cartridge. We put it in, and it was ready to go. None of that other shit. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see because the Steam Deck is a big component in here. That's probably one of the biggest handheld devices. I just don't like it because the shit look like a brick in your hand. The thing is like this damn big. It's like 3 Game Boys side by side. You really holding it like a steering wheel. And I'm not trying to hold that and walk around. I need something that I can like put in my pocket or even like my sweater pocket. You're not putting one of them Steam Decks in your pocket. You feel me? That shit gonna look like 3 motherfucking Harry Potter books in there. That shit is so fucking big. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna buy the motherfucking Xbox Ally. I'm probably gonna wait and do, I'm gonna just do my PlayStation thing. But this is a call to PlayStation. Hurry the fuck up. We want the PSP. PSP 2. Don't put out the PSP Vita that you gotta download. We don't want that. Put out something we can play our PS4 and PS5 games on. Put a couple cartridges or however y'all want to put the games. We can hook up to the PlayStation Store and play it when we want to play it. We need that. I pay $400 for it. But let me know in the comment section what you would pay for it. Am I tripping? I know like the Steam Decks is like $600. I'm not buying one of those. And if the PlayStation costs about $600, I'm not buying one of those neither. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited to see the Xbox though. If it costs like $400, probably not gonna buy it still, but I'll let y'all be the choice maker of that. If you want to get one of those Xbox, I'm just more of a PlayStation guy, but if you want to get one of the handhelds, and if it come my way, I might scoot, but probably not. But yeah, man, that's what I got for y'all for the electronics. Now it's time to get to the last topic of the day, and you already know that it's my favorite topic of the day, the sneakers of the week. Now, Jordan got some shit on their hands for this year. They got a bunch of stuff that make a nigga like, oh yeah, y'all just want to take all the nigga money. Y'all just want to take all of it. They got the Fire Reds, the 5s. They got them Tokyo joints, the 5s. They got the Ferraris that's coming out, the 14s, the Ferrari red joints. Oh yeah, Tip, they coming out this week. They're going to be going for $210. Now, if you know the Jordan game and you've been rocking Jordan for a while, you know anything after 13, nigga, them ain't Jordans no more. Them is Jordans. We don't wear those. Anything after the number, you feel me? 14 is pushing it. But everybody seem to think that these Ferrari, they cool. It's a cool colorway. Me personally, I'm not gonna buy them. So if you wondering like, bro, you gonna get those? Hell no. I just don't like them. But I do think last time that they came out, they flew. I think that when they come out this time, they're going to fly again. We just going to have to kind of see the quality of them. Once people start getting them, is the suede going to be good? Is it going to be firm? They're going to be bowing and shit like that? What they going to be looking like? You know what I mean? I'm just not a 14s person. But like I said, they got some other stuff. And Jordan gonna take a couple dollars from me, but I've been having to slow down like Bobby V on buying a bunch of Jordans because I'm trying to do something else. I'm trying to do something else, man. And yeah, man, so that's all I really got for y'all. Like I said, this is my first time streaming this. So if you listening to it or watching it on the stream, thank you for watching. If you listening to it on YouTube or watching it on YouTube or Spotify, make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button for your boy, because I got more stuff coming out. And you know that I got another podcast because we got some more shit to talk about next week. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so y'all know when I'm on here. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. So until next time, you already know what it is and you know who it is. It's Jolen. It's Varsity. Peace. Yes, sir.